Welcome back to my channel, China Hand. Today's topic will be about the term reciprocity. Reciprocity. Now, why am I bringing up this term? Because if you want to solve all of the problems that countries have with China, implement terms and conditions expressively, including reciprocity. In other words, whatever China does in a foreign country, then those countries should be allowed to do the same thing in China. It's that simple. Whatever China doesn't allow those countries to do in their country, then those Western countries, African countries, etc., Latin American countries, shouldn't let the Chinese do those things in their country. If you or if governments signed contracts with China based on that simple term and condition, I tell you, in a matter of months, things would drastically change regarding the relationship China has with those countries. I'll give you a couple examples. People that live in China that are not Chinese are not allowed to own land. They're not allowed to own land. But Chinese people that go to other countries to immigrate or whatever, they're allowed to own land in that country. Also, with regards to real estate, even Chinese people, they say that they own their apartment. They call apartments houses in China. An apartment is an apartment, a house is a house. But I don't want to digress. They say that they own their house. They don't own their house. They are allowed to rent the house from the government for a term of 70 years. And in a country like China, you can better believe, for any reason, that regime can take away that house before that 70-year contract is up, if they want to, for whatever reason. Why? Because the laws in that country are opaque. They say that they are a nation of laws, and from the time of Qin Shi Huang, I mentioned him in my last topic about President Nixon and opening up China through investment. The term reciprocity should be applicable to real estate and land. About 60% of the GDP here in China is coming from land sales. and the sale of real estate. So if these people weren't allowed to buy land in foreign countries, then that would curb a lot of the wealth that they take out of their own country and secretly stash in other countries through real estate. Reciprocity. Also, when it comes to immigration, almost every country lets Chinese immigrants freely immigrate and integrate into their society through starting Chinatowns, opening up so-called quote-unquote benevolent associations. These benevolent associations basically are conduits to the regime back in China, where money is funneled, where people are spied on, etc., etc., etc. So, if there were more forms of reciprocity when it came to immigration of Chinese people around the world, then you wouldn't have a lot of the communities where a lot of these spies are hidden and basically are sabotaging the countries that they supposedly immigrated to and are reaping benefits from. Now, take a look at the immigration policy in China, or lack of it. You don't have too many people that even want to immigrate here because there are no benefits, none, zero, in China when it comes to immigration for foreigners. So I think those two main issues, immigration and the ability to invest and store, basically, wealth that's stolen from one country and stashed in another country. If those two policies were strictly implemented with regards to reciprocity, then you would be able to more effectively deal with the foreign policy imbalance and trade imbalance that most countries are suffering from with China. I mean, it's not rocket science, it's not difficult, but you have a group of people in America that benefit from the misery. They benefit from this misery that these people in China are going through. They benefit from the unfair and imbalanced trade policies between the United States and China. If they didn't benefit from these policies and they implemented reciprocity, then there is no way that the Chinese regime would have the financial resources to do and implement the plans that they're doing and implementing around the world. For example, the BRI, Belt and Road Initiative, I'm going to talk about that sometime in the future. But for now, I want you to look at China, and when you do, think about the word reciprocity. Reciprocity. If countries like America could implement reciprocity, then they could probably, and I'm being serious, bring China financially to its knees in less than 6 months. And former President Donald Trump, he had tried with his administration, Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro in particular, they had tried to do that, and they were on the road to doing it. But obviously, you have a group of people in that government that, like I said, they benefit from the way the relationship is with China currently. And they will do anything to keep that relationship the way it is. Thanks for listening. I hope you like the content. Please like and subscribe. Share this content. I'm not asking you for any kind of donations right now because I don't need them at this point, and I just want to get people interested in this content from a spiritual point of view. So again, my goal is to analyze China from a spiritual point of view. Reciprocity. What you want for yourself, you want for your neighbor, right? The way you want it, the way you want to be treated is the way you want to treat your neighbor, right? That's one of the commandments, okay? Anyway, thanks, and my next topic will probably be on Taiwan.